All right, we got our foam rollers. Okay, we're gonna start with our foam roller on the ground. We're gonna give a little extra attention to our feet this morning. So just clear your gear out of the way. Move your towels, move your weights. Make sure you have a nice clear space to work in. That directive was mainly aimed at myself. I sometimes leave my stuff around and then I'm like, oh, these hand weights, they're in my way. All right, so with your roller on the ground, we're just gonna start placing one foot off and give a nice soft roll going toe to heel. Nice. One more little soft roll of that foot, and then we're going to switch right over to the other foot. So right foot's going to step down, left foot on the roller, soft roll the bottom of that foot. Awesome. Now we're going to come back to both feet, but just for a second here, step both feet down on the ground, feet about hip width distance apart. Take a nice big breath. We're going to bend the knees a lot. So bend your knees, hinge from your waist. Hands are going to find the roller. Once your hands find the roller, still keeping that nice bend in the knees, just pay attention to your feet. So keep your knees super bent. Look at your toes, lift your toes, spread your toes as wide as you can, lift your arches. So toes are lifted, arches are lifted. See if you can kind of feel through the calf muscle, maybe even notice the backs of the knees and maybe notice a little tug in the hamstring muscles. Take one more moment, just toes lifted, arches lifted, and then relax your toes down, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll back up to a standing position, right foot back on the roller, and now we're gonna position ourselves so we can lean in a little bit. Put a little body weight on, but slow your roll down. Nice. And then the next time you come to the center of your foot, we're going to scrunch up the foot like you're trying to pick up the roller with the bottom of the foot. So curl up your toes and then relax. Scrunch up the bottom of your foot and then relax. Scrunch up the bottom of your foot and then relax. And then keep that center of the foot and you're just going to move your knee a little side to side. Make sure this feels like a movement you're in control of. So we're just rolling across that center of the foot, finding the blade edge of the foot, finding the instep of the foot, but making sure that your knee feels safe about this. Awesome. One more little swish of that foot side to side, and then we're going to come body weight off. Big toe and the ball of the foot are going to stay on the roller. Press your heel down so you get a little stretch to the Achilles heel. Maybe you'll notice a stretch in the calf. Take one good breath. Awesome. And then lift that foot up and off, step your left foot on, lean in, put a little body weight on, and slow your roll down. Mush through the bottom of the foot. Beautiful. Now, the next time you come to the center of the foot, stay there, scrunch up your foot and relax. Scrunch up your foot and relax. Scrunch up your foot, relax, and now take it into that little side to side. So your knee's going to move a little side to side. Find the blade edge of your foot in the instep. Just make sure that you only put as much body weight on as you are in control of, and it feels like a safe maneuver for your knee. Beautiful. One more little smush side to side, and then as you come through center, big toes and the ball of the foot are going to stay on the roller. Heel comes down to the ground. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Awesome. And then release that foot. We're going to come down into a tabletop position with the roller out in front of us. So come down in any way that works good for you. And then once you've got your way there with your hands on the roller, knees in line with the hips, move right into a cat and cow here. Drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tailbone, round your back, round your shoulders, look towards your belly button. Drop your belly, lift your chest, squeeze between the shoulder blades, round your back, tuck your tailbone under, look towards your belly button. This time we're going to hold. So drop your belly, squeeze between the shoulder blades, lift your gaze, hang out here. We're going to keep that belly drop down and take 3 nods of the head up and down. Awesome. And then once you've completed those nods of the head, head finds a neutral position, pull the abdominal muscles in, round your back, look towards your belly button, hold here nice and strong, take 3 nice deep breaths. Beautiful. Soften your abdomen. Now we're going to walk the roller forward and we're going to come down onto the belly, and we're going to place the roller so that it's in line with the crown of the head. So as you come on down, get down onto the belly, bring your head down just so that you can feel the roller touching the crown of your head. And then once you know where your alignment is, you're going to step your arms over the roller. So arms are going to be nice and long, up and overhead, palms facing down. And then the head is going to stay mostly down. So if you can arrange it, your forehead or your chin is going to rest on the floor. And then we're just going to lift one hand up as far off the roller as you can. So you're going to feel all your back muscles kick on. Left hand is staying down, right hand is going to reach up away from the roller. Touch the right arm down. Lift the left hand up just as far as you can. You might not get very far, but we want to get those back muscles to engage. Lower that hand down. Lift the right hand up just as far as you can. Lower it back down. Lift the left hand up just as far as you can. Lower it back down. Nice. Back to the right. Lift your right arm up. Lower it down. Lift your left arm up. Lower it down. Nice. Now both arms on the roller. We're going to press into the arms. Pull the roller in toward you. Lift your chest. So arms are going to do nice, strong work here. Engage through the back of the body, but those arms are super strong the whole time. And then with control, arms are nice and strong. Roll your way back out with control. Beautiful. Press into the arms. Back of the body is nice and active. Arms are nice and strong. Lovely. Roll out with control. One more time here. Press into the arms. Lift up with control. Nice. Lower with control. And then once you come all the way back down again, soften up just a little bit. Swish out your tail, wiggle out your hips. And now we're going to move that roller up and in. So we're going to walk it in so that it's getting nice and close up to the chest. So we're going to hug it in nice and tight to the chest. And then once you're there, we're going to smooth the waters or calm the water. So just the right hand is going to reach out. Draw a couple of circles with that arm, like you're hovering your hand over your mat, smoothing out the water. And then take that hand and smooth it the other way. So hopefully here you're feeling a little work in that armpit chest area. Awesome. And then when you're ready, we're going to switch hands. So right hand is going to come in, left hand's going to reach out, smoothing that area out in front of you. Beautiful. And then smooth it the other way. Awesome. And then both hands on the ground. Now we're going to prop ourselves up, move that roller up and underneath. So now it's going to come up underneath our hip points. So we're going to line it up with those front protruding hip bones, but we're going to keep our knees down, keep the elbows and forearms down so that we're not putting too much body weight on to start. So just know that that's a delicate area for some of us. So make sure you're only putting the appropriate amount of pressure on. Once you feel like you're in a good position, you're going to rock your hips a little side to side, tip over to the right slightly, tip over to the left. Knees are going to stay on the ground here, and we're just going to tune in and notice how that feels. One more little tip side to side, and then if all was feeling good, you're going to roll all the way over to the right. So we're going to stay lined up with those hip points. So we're on that upper right side of the hip, sort of where the front pocket entry would be, and then alongside of that. And then once you feel like you're there and things feel good, you're going to give a gentle roll up and down. Beautiful. And then we're going to stay on that right side if you can. And then the bottom leg is just going to give a little pick up and put down. So you're going to pull the bottom knee in towards the top knee and then let the knee drop down. So it's a small amount of subtle work. We're just lifting that under leg up and down a little bit, finding that little bit of movement in the side of the hip. Take one more little lift up and down. And then when you're ready, we're going to reposition back through center. So take your time as you come back to center, line up your hip points, make sure everything feels good. And then once you're in a good position, we're going to roll over to the left, staying in line with that hip point. And then we're rolling up and down if that feels good. Beautiful. One more little up and down, and then find a good center spot. And then that bottom knee is just going to lift up and down. So a little bit of a subtle work here. Lovely. One more little up and down. And then when you're ready, we're going to, with control, come back to center, still lining up those hip points, but now we're going to come down into a softer position. So just make sure that you're in line with the hip points. You're not resting too much on the bladder. So that's not where we want to be. So line up with the hip points, which is slightly lower towards that hip crease area. And then once you're in a good position, walk your elbows wide, let your chest and forehead melt down, and then take 3 nice big breaths here. Nice. And then when you're ready, slowly with control, push your way up to a tabletop position. We're going to slide the roller off to one side so we can place the right shin onto the roller. So you're going to slide the roller off to one side. We're just going to go right shin. So we're going to start by keeping the knee pointing down, pulling the knee towards the elbow, pulling it in and out at a pace that works good for you. Beautiful. One more in and out, and then we're going to externally rotate the leg slightly. So knee is going to angle out. We're going to find that inside of that shin bone. So find the muscle that runs along the inside of the shin, and then same maneuver here, pulling the knee in and out. Beautiful. One more little in and out here, and then when you're ready, release your leg from the roller, slide the roller all the way over and across. Start by popping that right leg on, or left leg on. Knee is going to stay pointing down, and we're rolling out the shin here. So bring the knee towards the elbow and then push it away. Beautiful. One more in and out, and then externally rotate. Angle the leg out, find that muscle that runs to the inside of the shin bone, and then back to that roll, pulling the knee towards the elbow and pushing it away. Beautiful. One more in and out. And then when you're ready, release your leg from that roller. Now we're going to spin around you. We're going to take the roller with, I'm going to come all the way around, but we're going to place the roller out in front of us. And then we're going to spin ourselves around so that we can place one roller on it at an angle. So now we're going to get to the outside of that calf muscle. So we're going to externally rotate. The roller is going to be out in front of you. And then where you put your other leg, that's just going to be whatever feels the most comfortable. You can go with a zigzag seat, or you can just place it off and out to the side, just whatever gets your leg on the roller, externally rotated. And then we're just going to control that roll. So we're going to glide the leg side to side on the roller. Nice. One more little glide across. And then when you find the middle of that calf muscle, we're going to put hands on, and we're just going to kind of put a little pressure, rolling forward and back. And you can move it around a little bit, find different places to be, but we're just kind of pushing into the muscle and then putting that little bit of controlled pressure onto the roll. Awesome. One more little smush of that leg, and then when you're ready, lift up and off, and we're going to swing it around to the other side. So you're going to place the other leg on, other leg is off. How you choose to rearrange that other leg, that's just whatever feels the most comfortable. There's no prescribed place for that leg to be. But once you've got your leg set up, then we're swishing that leg that's on the roller side to side. Nice. And then find that middle part wherever feels the best to you, hands on, and then we're just pushing gently in, pushing the shin bone forward and then pulling the shin bone back, but with a little bit of controlled pressure, letting your hands apply just a little bit of compression. And then you can move it around a little bit. You can come up a little higher, you can move down towards the ankle, whatever feels good to you there. Lovely. One more mush around, and then when you're ready, we're going to release that out from under the roller, and now we're going to sit in a zigzag seat, but now we're going to place the roller off to one side. So which side you choose to start with, that's totally up to you, but get your legs set up. So one leg is in front, one leg is out to the side. The leg that's in front, that's the side that the roller is going to be on to start, and we'll move right into some mermaids. So hand on the roller. As you roll out, you're going to reach that top hand up, get a nice big long reach to the side of the body, and then with control through those side body muscles, lift up and a little counter stretch. Beautiful. Hand to the roller, roll all the way out, top hand reaches up, but keep the side body nice and strong. Nice. Lift up with control. Take your counter stretch. Hand to the roller, roll out. Come back up with control, take your counter stretch, and then we're gonna rotate the torso so both hands are gonna find the roller. Start by walking that roller in a little closer to you. Press into the roller, lift your chest. You can use that to leverage into your rotation just a little bit. And then once you feel like you found a nice rotation that feels good, now we're gonna walk it out. So you're gonna walk out in that twisted position just as far as feels good to you, and then settle into that shape for a second. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Come up with control. Keep your legs just as they are. Pick up that roller, bring it out in front of that front leg, and now we're gonna walk it out for a little hip stretch. So we're gonna keep that zigzag seat. We're gonna walk the roller out to a depth that feels good to you. Soften your chest down, soften your forehead down. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. Take about 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then lift up with control. We're going to swing the roller out to the other side and swing your legs around. So you come into that new configuration in any way that works good for you. Everybody's going to come to it a little bit different, but one leg in front, one leg out to the side, the leg that's in front, that's the side the roller's on, and away we go. Rolling out to that mermaid, reaching out and up with that top hand, using those side body muscles, come up with control, take a nice counter stretch. Beautiful. Hand to the roller, roll out. Keep the side body nice and strong as you pull yourself back up with control. Beautiful. And counter stretch. Nice. One more time. Hand to the roller, roll out. Lift up, take your counter stretch. And then both hands are going to find the roller, rotate over to the side, push into that roller, find that nice leverage twist. And then once you feel like you're in a good twisted position, walk yourself out to a depth that feels good to you. Nice. Press into your arms. Come up with control. We're going to pick that roller up, swing it out in front of you so it's in front of that front shin. And then once you're there, walk yourself out into a folded position. Go just as far as feels good to you. Once you've got the depth of fold that you like best, take 3 nice deep breaths. Lovely. When you're ready, push firm into the roller, pull your abdominal muscles in, come up nice and slow and controlled. We're going to place that roller sideways across the mat, flip yourself on around, and we're going to move that roller up nice and tight up against the low back. And then once you've found it there, elbows to the roller, we're going to lean in just a little bit and then just do a light swish of the knees side to side. So hopefully here you're finding your low back connected to the roller, elbows are going to hold it in place, so we're going to just kind of wedge it into that space, and then just a light drop of the knees side to side. Nothing extreme. Make sure your low back feels okay and comfortable here. Beautiful. One more little rock of those knees side to side, and then we're going to roll over onto the right. So we're going to keep the roller exactly where it is. Keep that elbow nice and tight so it's going to stay connected to that low back area. And then once you're over onto the side and things feel good, release your elbow with the roller in that soft tissue. Just take 3 nice deep breaths. Awesome. When you're ready, with control, we're going to walk across the low back. So let your elbows hug into that roller again, re-wedge it if it needs to be replaced, and then keep that left elbow wedged against the roller. Roll over onto your left side. Once you're in that soft tissue, then you can release the elbow, and then that soft tissue is just going to rest nice and heavy on the roller, so it's going to create a little compression. And now we're just going to take 3 nice deep breaths here. Fill your lungs up. Let the breath do the work for you here. One more nice big breath. Lovely. And then with control, we're going to come back through center, and now we're going to move that roller on down so that it's underneath the shoulder blade. So in that shoulder blade area, once you're there, hands behind the head. And now we're going to lean back over the roller. Use your breath. Exhale as you come up for that little crunch. Inhale, lean back over the roller. Exhale, come up for your little crunch. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, crunch up. Beautiful, 2 more here. The next time you come up from that crunch, we're gonna release our hands from our head, crisscross your arms, and then we're just gonna rock a little side to side. Nice, and now the next time you roll over to the right, so you might just choose to stay there and breathe, or if that feels great and you want a little bit more, you're gonna push into your feet, lift your hips up, and you're gonna give a nice good roll up and down. One more roll up and down. And then when you're ready, set your butt down, come back to center, open your arms nice and wide, let your head drop down, take a nice big back bend here, and then other arm is gonna come on top. So as you lift up, control that lift, crisscross your arms the other way, and then start to find a nice little rock side to side. Beautiful. Now, the next time you roll over slightly to the left, stay there. Now, you might just choose to stay leaned in and breathe there, or if it feels good and you want a little bit more, you're going to push into your feet and roll up and down. Lovely. One more big roll up and down. And then with control, come back to center. Now we're going to re-grab the back of the head just to support the back of the head. Push into your feet, lift your hips up, and take that big roll from the shoulder blades all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. Take one more big roll up and down, and then as you glide up towards the tops of the shoulders, we're going to settle the butt down, move that roller right underneath your head so it comes underneath your head like a pillow. So get yourself set up, and then once you've got the roller underneath your head, so it's underneath the strong skull bone, it's not in the small bones and muscles of the neck. Make sure it's underneath that strong structure. Hands on the roller or hands out to your side. That's just whatever feels more supportive. And then once you've got your head in a good position, just turn your head side to side. Nice. One more turn of the head side to side. And then the next time your head turns to the right, stay there and give a little nod of the head up and down. Wonderful. One more nod of the head up and down here. And then when you're ready, turn your head over to the left and give your head a good nod up and down here. Awesome. One more nod of the head up and down, and then return your head to center. Lift your head up and off the roller. We're going to move that roller all the way down. So we're going to slide that roller underneath the bend of our knees. So get your roller underneath the bend of your knees. And then once you're there, we're going to move it right into a supported bridge. So we're going to lift the hips up, move that roller underneath your tailbone, underneath your broad hip bones. And then once you're there, hands are going to find the edges of the roller. Pick your knees up, bring them in towards your chest, and then we're just going to rock the knees a little bit side to side. One more little rock of the knees side to side, and then we're going to hold on to the right leg. Let the left leg go all the way long. Left leg is going to go all the way down towards the ground. Heel is going to touch down if it can, or it's going to hover and be nice and heavy. So whichever variation your body allows, what we're shooting for is a compression in the front right hip crease where the leg is drawn in towards the chest, and a lengthening through that front hip crease on the left side. So compressing one side, lengthening the other side. Tune in for a second, take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more breath. And then when you're ready, we're going to release and switch. So left knee is going to pull in towards the chest. Right leg is going to go nice and long. Heel is just going to be heavy and hover, or heel is going to touch down to the ground. That's just whatever your body allows. Once you've got your way there, you're just going to tune back in and notice your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more breath. Lovely. And now we're going to release both feet to that supported bridge. So bend your knees, set your feet down, keep the roller underneath your hips. And then just for a moment here, let your arms fall out in whatever position feels nice and restful. And then we're going to see if we can just find a little letting go. So relaxing the muscles through the front pocket area, relaxing the muscles in your abdomen best you can. Even see if you can get your legs to be as soft and heavy as you can find, arms as soft and as heavy as you can find, and shoulders as soft and heavy as you can find. And then once you found your way here, just take about 3 to 5 nice deep breaths, just allowing everything to be as soft and relaxed as you can allow in this position. One more breath. And then hands are going to find the ends of the roller. We're going to lift the hips up and away from the roller, and then just move the roller down and out from underneath your hips, but it's going to stay underneath the bend of your knees. And now we're going to move right into a reclined butterfly or reclined cobbler's pose for my yoga friends. So soles of the feet together, knees out to left and to right, but you're going to let the roller support the outer edges of your thighs or the outsides of your knees. So hopefully this feels like a really good and supportive position. So once you've got your way here, can you let your inner thighs relax? Can you let your belly relax? Can you let your arms just find a nice, comfortable position? Shimmy your shoulders around. Just make sure everything feels really good. And then from here, we're just going to take 3 more nice deep breaths. Now you could stay here for the rest of the day if you want to, but if you feel ready to come up and out, you're going to bring your inner thighs together, gently prop yourself on up. We're going to come all the way up to a standing position, but we're going to leave our roller on the ground. So you come up and away from your roller in any way that works good for you. But then as you come up and away from that roller, we're going to place one foot on, give a nice soft roll to the bottom of the foot. Nice. One more soft roll to the bottom of the foot. And then when you're ready, we're going to switch over to the other foot. So step that foot off, other foot on, give a nice soft roll to the bottom of your other foot. Beautiful. And then step that foot down, and then we're going to start to steamroll the tops of the foot. But this time we're going to apply a pressure only in the up. So as you push in, you're going to pull upward towards the ankle and then release that push to roll back down to the toes. Push in and up, release and let it roll to the toes. Push in and up, let it roll towards the toes. And now we're going to come up the shins. So push in and up, push in and up towards the knees. Relax that pressure, come back down to the ankles. Push in and roll up. Release that press as you roll down towards the ankles. Nice. One more time. Push in and up. Beautiful. Release that pressure to come down, and then we're going to push in and up and then gently over the kneecaps. Once you come over the kneecaps, push in and up. Release that pressure to roll back down. Push in and up. Release your pressure to come back down. Nice. One more time here. Push in and up. And this time, come all the way up and just walk that roller up to the belly button line. Once you've got it to the belly button line, we're going to push and drag. So we're going to push in. Keep as much pressure as you push in as you feel comfortable with, but then we're going to drag it across the abdomen. So we're pulling the skin, we're pulling the connective tissue. You might even feel your shirt drag with you a little bit. Beautiful. One more little drag across the abdomen. And then when you're ready, set your roller down, and then we're just going to give everything a little shake and a wiggle. So we're going to shake out the legs, shake out the limbs, coming right back to where we started this morning. Give everything a little shake, maybe give your heels a little bounce, shake it all around, moving out of that lymphatic fluid that we just dragged up towards the heart. And then you guys are amazing. Be sure to drink plenty of water today after you did all of that fine work.